Don't let the sadness of your past and your fear of the future ruin your happiness today. Stay positive because today could be the best day of your life, and it is definitely the first day of the rest of your life. Hello and welcome. Today is the July 2nd, and welcome to the daily review of July 2nd and the preview of Wednesday, July 3rd, your daily dose of events that shaped the Forex markets. Now, our results, our June results ended up being 93% break even and winners. So, if you just look at only pure winners, we had about 66% winners um, based on all potential trades. And July, we've had two trades, and both of them have been winners. Uh, there was technically a no trade on the Australian interest rate announcement, but because we missed the entry by a minute or two, had we gone blind and ignored that 1 or 2 minute warning and we'd gone into the trade, then we'd be sitting on 50 pips more. But I don't could have, should have, would have. Just letting you know factually that that trade plan was you know was stellar. And I'm going to soon compile a list of these trade plans which sometimes prevent us from entering bad trades and sometimes prevent us from entering good trades, um, and see whether putting these kind of limitations on those trade plans are hurting us or helping us. I'd hope to see that they're helping us, but I the more my general feeling is that we're missing out on a few uh, fantastic trades because of these controls. So maybe I'm gonna come up with a more aggressive approach, and say that if you want to be conservative, go through all these check and balances, and if you want to be aggressive, then you may want to omit these check and balances. But I'll do that only after I get my research done. So uh, all in all, June is has been fantastic. July starts off fantastic, but what has not been fantastic is the unemployment rate in the eurozone. Equity, debt, and currency markets worldwide have been shaken by the investors and the policy makers. Try to determine whether the global market is in on the verge of growth or another downturn. Basically, why? Because the jobless rate reached 12.1% across the region in May in the Eurozone, with youth unemployment at 24%. So, uh, it is a bit of an iffy situation right now, and especially in the Eurozone, we are hurting. Um, so, we need to see any indications of what to look at in the bigger stock markets, and how do we trade the currency markets right now. Our plan stays the way it has been for leading up to this point in the year, which is expecting the stock markets to generally start moving higher, and I was expecting gold to generally start moving lower, but now I've got an entry on gold, so I'm going to be discussing that in a little bit. But I'd like to share with you uh, something on Brazil. Brazil records worst trade deficit since 1995. Now, Brazil ran a 3 billion trade deficit from January to June, its biggest shortfall since 1995. This was according to the Ministry of Development. Foreign The foreign trade shrank 66.2% compared with the first half of 2012. 66.2, that is huge. Now, Foreign Trade Secretary um, basically said that the trade balance began to recover in May and June. So, don't know how true this statement will be, but or whether it's just political statements just to uh, calm the market a little bit. But it's nice to know what's happening in the world now. How does this tie into um, our outlook to the world? Um, when countries like Brazil and India and China start hurting, those were the drivers of this new economy. And the powerhouses of USA and Eurozone have still not been able to come up out of the 2008 recession. So then we have, you know, uh, events which can lead to something really big, and we need to, as traders, be cognizant of that. Now, out of all the stock markets, Venezuela has the world's best performing stock market this year. Now, measured in US dollars, the Venezuelan stock market rose 66.52% from January to June. Now, I'm not measuring it in the Venezuelan currency, I'm measuring it in US dollars, making it the top performing stock market in the world. Now, the stocks of financial firms have led the gains. The Australian Central Bank left its key interest rate at a record low on signs of a pickup in housing, um, and as a slide in currency eases pressure on exporters. Now, the governor, Glenn Stevens, and his board kept the overnight cash rate at 2.75%. Now, let's come to the most important part, which a lot of subscribers have been eagerly waiting for, is my gold trade. Um, if you recall, I had placed my gold trade, between 1200 to 1250 range on an order to go long from that, and I have been filled in. I'll tell you where exactly. Let me pull that up. So this is my entry at 1229 is where my entry is. I think we are in for a decent run up. Um, I would set this and forget it. Kind of a trade. I'll be looking at this in 6 8 months. It's not something which I'll be worrying about today, tomorrow. This is a term trade, longer term trade. So we retrace back to exactly where I thought we would, and now it is time for us to. I'm expecting it to turn around and move back up, but if it moves down lower, I'm not going to fret much. So that's about it, guys. I will give you an update on today's retail sales trade. Um, Tomorrow. um, and I will also be trading the um, US initial jobless claims numbers, which will be released at 8:30. So we have that particular trade. We have the Australian retail sales, and that trade which we'll be discussing tomorrow. And on July 4th, of course, we will not. I'm not going to be trading anything on July 4th. We'll have that closed. So till then, stay safe and have a fantastic day. Bye for now.